Good. Okay. Welcome to what I call Friday afternoon series at the Manor. And we call this the Manor because it's Manor Road United, located in the heart of Toronto. And my name is John Joseph Massandrea. And what I'm going to ask you to do, if you could mute yourself just for now, that'd be lovely. And we can have time for Q&A a little bit later. And so as a way to begin this, I thought what we'd start with is who was St. Nicholas? Because in this season of December, and we have to remember long before Coca-Cola fashioned him, there was a whole other rendering of who he was. One second, I'm just going to put on a video of who St. Nicholas is in 1 second, and I will share that, get back into that, and so many things. Oh, there it is. Good. Get better at this with time. Okay, and then share the screen. Oh, do that right. Okay. One thing you learn when you share, you have to put up audio, and otherwise it doesn't work. Okay.
Every once a year when Christmas comes, I pack my sled with dolls and drums, and I'm on my way with happiness for little girls and boys. There isn't any place too far. I go wherever children are, always on my way with happiness wrapped up in fancy toys.
John, can you unmute you, please? We can't hear you.
Good idea. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
John, you've remuted yourself.
Okay. Legends come in many shapes and many forms. And when you think of the season of December, the solstice for some, and Diwali and Hanukkah and Christmas, it brings us to that moment of walking together. And I thought, what a great time, with my good friend, Debbie Danbrook, to walk the labyrinth, virtually, mind you. And so here we have the Shark Labyrinth, which it's a replica of the Shark Labyrinth, as you can see before you, and it comes from the Labyrinth community of Toronto. And I become the, we'll call it the holder of, not the owner of. Ownership implies proprietorship. I would say I hold it in trust for anyone else who would like to share and walk the labyrinth. And I think see that as a greater gift, quite honestly, than the idea of ownership. But before you is that wonderful labyrinth, which speaks of a beginning, and I'll share with that in a moment. We're going to hear first Debbie Danbrook share a piece on her shakuhachi, and then she'll tell you all about the shakuhachi. I'll tell you about the labyrinth. And over to Debbie.
Thank you, John Joseph. Thank you so much for having me here today. And thank you for all these wonderful people joining us all around the world. It's very, very nice to see lovely friends and new friends too.
And just remind everybody to please mute. Okay.
So just take a moment to gather that music in your heart and feel the love in the music, feel the peace, the strength, and the joy. And holding that feeling in our hearts for an entire labyrinth walk for today. So I think I'll start first of all with talking a little bit about the shakuhachi.
Yeah.
The shakuhachi is an ancient Japanese Zen instrument called sui Zen or blowing Zen. So when I'm playing the shakuhachi, I'm doing a type of Zen breath and a Zen meditation. So instead of sitting and just focusing on the breath in and out, I'm focusing on the breath but going through this beautiful, beautiful instrument. I first heard shakuhachi in Vancouver. I was out at a dance conference and there was a shakuhachi player there, and after the very first note that he played, it was my aha moment. I knew that that was my flute. And within a week, I had flown to Japan to study this ancient instrument. So this instrument has been such a teacher for me in my life. And in conjunction with the shakuhachi flute, the Labyrinth has also been an incredible friend, companion, and teacher. So when I had the great pleasure of bringing shakuhachi together with the together with the Labyrinth and the walking meditation, it's just one of my favorite things. And with the stressful times that we're going through, trying to find things that help calm us, ground us, keep our hearts open, that we can offer compassion in our daily lives to everything that's going on. Music, healing music, and the Labyrinth are just two of the best tools that we can actually have. The other interesting thing about shakuhachi, it's only played by men because it's too difficult for women. So I became the first woman to master shakuhachi and go on to make a professional career out of it. So again, there's that nice thing of feeling a yin-yang between male and female energies with the shakuhachi. So maybe I'll talk just a little bit about the Labyrinth and then I'll pass it on to John Joseph if he has anything he'd like to add. The Labyrinth, this one is so beautiful, is an ancient sacred symbol. So it's been around for thousands of years in completely different parts of the world, in completely different civilizations. And it seems to come up every time that we need it in our evolution and when we need it as a type of energy and spiritual tool. So the Labyrinth showed up 20, 30, we don't know exactly how many years ago, but Jean Houston is a wonderful, wonderful spiritual leader, and I know I learned some things about the Labyrinth from her. And I started walking the Labyrinth, and the first time I walked the Labyrinth and played the shakuhachi, I could feel that unity, that incredible energy going this way and that way. So it brings us grounded into the earth, it opens our heart, and it invites in our spiritual dimension too. So if it's your first time to walk a labyrinth or to watch someone walk a labyrinth, there are 3 sections to the labyrinth. There's the walking in, there's the meditation at the center, and then coming out again. And so as we walk in, sometimes we'll have a prayer, sometimes we'll have a question, sometimes there'll be something in our life that we need guidance with, and sometimes we're just seeking guidance. And so that's the quest as we walk in. When we get to the center, you can rest in the center for as long as you want. Allow anything to settle that needs to be settled. Allow anything to have energy and calmness and peace that needs that energy. If you need a little bit of energy to come in to give you some joy, invite that in. And then as you walk out, it's bringing that energy into your field, into your daily life. So it's the 3 parts, and the other 3 that I would suggest, you stand at the beginning of any labyrinth, take 3 deep, grounded breaths. It really helps to calm you, it grounds you, and it allows you to just be really settled and to walk the walk that you need to walk at that time. So for many of you at home, you don't have the beauty of this incredible labyrinth to walk with us today. But there are finger labyrinths that I would really, really suggest are a wonderful tool. One I will show you here is one that I have printed with some information on the back. And what you can do is print one out on the computer, and you walk the labyrinth with your finger. And yeah, everyone's holding up their finger labyrinths. Perfect, those are lovely. And John Joseph is going to show you one that he has here. But these are ones that you can print out. You can listen to healing music at home, a wonderful tool. You can do the finger labyrinth at home, a wonderful tool. And then also look in your area, because I know we have people from around the world, which is so exciting. Try and find a labyrinth that you can actually walk there. It's just so fantastic. So on to you about labyrinths a bit more, John Joseph.
Thank you, everyone. So as you can tell, we have this wonderful short labyrinth in front of us. But just to add to wonderful words that Debbie Danbrook already said, if we think of the gift of all, in the centers, there's the 6 petals represent the 6 days of creation, and also the lunations on the outside. And you notice that there's in each quarter, there's 28 representing the the lunar months. And another remarkable feature of the labyrinth, as you notice, when you do walk, there's a sense of you walk outside and inside and inside to the out. And that's a sense of helping you to connect what's inside, outside, and what's outside to in. Every form of meditation and mindfulness and centering does that, does just that. And so as I hold this up, this is a finger labyrinth that I bought many years ago at the Danbrook Book Center, but just a reminder of how we can see the 6 petals. And again, this form of the labyrinth, is referred to as the Chartres labyrinth, goes back to that cathedral in France. I actually wrote a paper on this many years ago, and I did visit Chartres. I wasn't as brave as Lauren Archer, so I didn't clear the chairs away. I just celebrated the journey that she had had there at that moment in time. And just to remind, as part of the discussion, in the Middle Ages, many cathedrals created labyrinths in the center of the cathedrals, because for some reason there was people making pilgrimages to the Holy Land, and for some reason some of the Crusaders were killing people on the way to the Holy Land, so it became very unsafe to do so. So as a way to recreate that sense of pilgrimage, they fashioned labyrinths on the floor of many cathedrals. But as Debbie did say, one great gift is they were found all over the globe, going back thousands of years. So there's a spiritual connectivity between many cultures and many places and many walks of time. And so part of today, the great treat is to have Debbie playing and also walking. And I get to walk here too while I'm with her here at Manor Road United. And what we're going to do, I'm just going to bring up the PowerPoint that we have. As what we've done is we've created images of the 4 seasons. And in 1 second, I'm just going to call up the PowerPoint and bear with me. And because there it is. Okay, back to the Zoom room. I'm just going to share it as we speak. And then we see this one, and everyone can see that, I'm certain. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the beginning. And that gives you a sense of, yeah. And unfortunately, then we have the presenter view. Oh. Yeah, we can still see people, I think. And yeah, we can still see people. That's good. Okay, so then I'm just going to slide along. And then Joanne Nicholson, who's actually the other end of the Zoom call, is going to relinquish. I'm going to relinquish control to Joanne so she can run the PowerPoint. This is just one of the quotes from one of my favorites, Hildegard von Bingen. She is so bright and glorious that you cannot look at her face or her garments for the splendor with which she shines. And we showed that. And we'll start with, we're going to cover the 4 seasons: fall, winter, spring, and summer. So I would say over to Joanne. 1 second. For some reason, we're not seeing we're not seeing Debbie anymore. And I'm not sure why. Bear with me. Yeah. Yeah, just to do that. Okay. Okay. Very beautiful. Now I did, because Debbie Danbrook is so inspiring, I did figure out a way to integrate the PowerPoint and see the images while she plays, because that's what Debbie does. She inspires people all the time. And I'm not saying that because I think it's truly wonderful. There we are. So what we're going to do, I'm going to, what happened here? Oh, what happened? Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let Joanne, once we get to the fall portion, run the PowerPoint, and then we'll pause in between each season. Here we are. Okay, now I'll be able to walk myself. Good. Now we've had the Wheel of the Year, and we're reminded that as the labyrinth has many circles, that life is very much part of the wheel, and part of that sort of moment of beginning. And it was T.S. Eliot many years ago who wrote in his book, "We shall not cease from all exploring, and the purpose of our exploring is to arrive where we started, as if for the first time." So now I invite you, as we'll go back into the different seasons, and we'll linger a bit more in each, to think of, as we're looking at images of fall, think of places you have been. As much as many of us, we're all in pandemic right now, people certainly did have opportunity to walk outside. Think of those memories that you hold dear and the people perhaps you think of right now. And let's just go back to the fall images, and I'll just slide into that again. And there we are, 1 second, and call that up and share that. And then there we go. There we are. What I will do is I will just go back to the very beginning of this, and then we'll just linger in 1 second. I did a funny thing. What do I need to do? Joys of different.
It's so nice to see as you're doing this, everyone pops up on the church wall as you go through, and I can see everyone sitting.
I love it. I think that's where. Oh, there we go.
Lovely places.
Back it up. That's what I have to do. We're going to fast forward backwards because that seems to be how it's working right now. And there we are, back at the beginning. Okay. So we're just going to gently walk. And then, Joanne, if you can just linger in each scene and then pause at the end of the fall. And then we'll have a sense to remember the fire and wonder of the trees we have seen, the people we have walked with. And let's linger in the fall. We've walked the wheel of the fall. Yeah, we transition as we're still in fall. It's hard to believe with the snow coming, but that wheel of life that speaks of the winter, the time of the solstice where we have the shortest day and the longest night, where ancient people lit fires long ago, as we in turn light candles and dawn Christmas lights. And we again think of our people or friends or extended friends and family who honored Diwali, another light, and Hanukkah and solstice and Christmas. Now may we see the images of winter. Joanne, can you just transition to the images of winter? There we are. Perfect. That's actually the outdoor stable we have called Porch at the Manor. And last year we had hay bales. This year we will have a virtual pageant. We'll be very adaptive in our cycle of the year. Walking in winter. Think of the memories, the people who have been with you, and the places you have gone, the places you hope to go. Now may we transition into our time of spring that will be here before we know it. But we'll bring with us the memories of winter and the springs that we have walked and the springs that we look forward to in this season of great change and transformation. And we'll call up the PowerPoint once again and move to the moment of spring. And I think there it is. There we are. Spring is something we're all hoping for. And that wheel of watch the image of the, I think it might have been a hyacinth pushing up. And the power of just the green light pushing up from the soil as we are pushing up now to be thriving and filled with life. And we come to the last quarter of the season of summer, a time where we like to remember where we have been, and even this past summer, how we had opportunity to go outdoors and find great water and great seas. And may we think of the circle and the season of summer. Now we've come full circle, and I thought it'd be a wonderful moment to close our seasons with actually seeing Debbie walking the labyrinth and playing, if she's okay with that. One more time, and then we can have a chance for Q&A.
Okay.
Good. Well, thank you, Debbie. Doesn't seem appropriate to clap. I would say namaste. And I would invite you, I will step away from the mic and people, if you want to unmute, and here's a chance for a bit of Q&A. And I'm sure you might have some people certainly know, and the opportunity to talk to Debbie directly. Bring it to the.
Thank you, Johnson. Can you sit? No. If I go here? Okay, that's better. I can lean here.
That's good. That's good. Okay, good.
So thank you everyone for coming, and look how beautiful this is. This is such a treat for me too. I just have to let you know that we put our Christmas tree out in August.
I love it. Okay. Lanasa.
Well, and the day I put it out, one of my brothers came with his wife, and they brought me a Christmas present. So it's under the tree, and then presents have poured in. Also from Joanne in England, who's with us today. So anyway, just a beautiful time playing. And does anyone have any questions about the Labyrinth or music?
You can unmute now. Don't feel you have to. You can all unmute.
Unmute.
Unmute everybody.
Speak freely. Speak freely.
Ben, you can unmute too and ask a question. You can turn your video on so we can see your wonderful faces.
Not everyone at once.
As usual, Debbie, it is so beautiful when you play and you sing. You take us to the deepest place within ourselves, and I thank you. And also, I forget your name, the other host, the one who is speaking. Your voice is beautiful too, and just complimented Debbie's voice in leading us. I drew.
Oh, beautiful rainbows.
While you were walking the labyrinth first.
Oh,
And so,
oh my goodness, that is so beautiful.
yeah,
Oh,
I just allowed the colors to flow. And at the very end, a great big rainbow was drawn just through the whole thing, because all it is about love and connection and covenant.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Anyone else, or are we good?
Hello, everybody again. So I'll just say we're going to repeat this again in the new year. And I think because there's been such a great blossoming of spirit, this has potential. Again, we're not sure how the labyrinth would work online, but one thing we probably could, just as I'm thinking, as Debbie always inspires me to think, we can encourage people to have a finger labyrinth with them as she's walking. That might be a way to continue that experience of connection with each other. And it's not hard to do. We can certainly have people do that. I mean, that's a wooden one, but we can certainly have other hand ones made of paper. So I want to say thank you, everybody, and especially Joanne. Do you want to just show your face as you help navigate this? Is very. Oh, there you are in green. I can see in the corner. Thank you, Joanne. You've been very helpful. Now we're using TeamViewer and all sorts of great things. So, so I should show actually next time. It's actually on the PowerPoint. 1 second, I should let people know what we're doing next time, just in case people wonder what we're doing next time. At the very bottom. Oh, and where do we go? This for next time. There we go. Yeah, but we're having, what is the shelter doing at Christmas? There's a shelter here in Toronto, Roehampton Shelter. Nicole Williams will be speaking. And part 2 is Cabin Boy, actually should be knits, I'm not sure needs, but for Christopher Walker. And what's really wonderful is there's a kindred spirit with Christopher Walker, because both Christopher and I were born at Grace Hospital in Toronto, I think a month apart, which is quite remarkable. I'd never met him before. I met him at the gym, but there's a whole online site of people, and they're knitting, and they actually make their own wool too. I mean, they don't make it; they shear a sheep and they dye and do all sorts of great things. There's a great spirit of making, and I would say, Debbie, you're certainly a great maker in our lives. And I want to thank you again. Namaste. Take care to the season. And I will figure out how to stop the recording.